Bah! Welcome to today's texture painting stream. If you're watching a VOD, feel free to skip ahead to, the beginning of the texture painting process. I'm just gonna wait for people to come in, I'm gonna wait. Yeah. Anyway, today, I just uploaded a new reel. If you haven't checked it out, go to my Instagram or TikTok. If you're not a fan of like the long form stuff, I do post short form stuff as well. Keep up with the process of the female goon. Yo, Mr. Sanson and Catnapper, welcome to the stream. Hello. Welcome. Let me just pause this. How are you guys doing? Hey, class animated. Hello. Welcome. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here for like maybe 10 minutes and then we'll begin the texture painting process. Ethereal voice. Oh, I'm so sorry. For the bot watchers, feel free to skip ahead to the beginning of the texture painting process. Holy shit, sorry about that. I forgot to I totally forgot to remove the reverb. How are you doing, class? How are you doing, Tiger, Catnapper, Mr. Sanson? Where are the Twitch people? Where are you guys at? Where are y'all at? I'm live, right? Okay, good. Unstable? Why does it say unstable? What the heck? Yo, Barcode, hello. Welcome to the stream. Daddy Asian. How are y'all doing today? Marshall first. Let's fucking go. So today we're gonna be doing some texture painting stuff. I have it already prepared here, right? But like I said, kinda wanna hang out for a bit. Just do a little chit chat before I begin. Tiger, hey. Welcome to Twitch, welcome. How are you doing? So yeah, I've been thinking about the stream schedule, right? So the current schedule is every single weekday, but I might unfortunately have to kind of like tone it down for maybe the next couple of months because I'll be pretty busy. So I was kind of wondering, right? Hanging with the boys, let's go. I was kind of wondering, which days do you guys prefer out of the weekdays? So if you guys have to pick 3 days out of the 5 weekdays, right? Which of those days do you think you would want to see the streams on? When I first discovered your channel, I thought you're a busy commercial man that doesn't like to talk, but turns out you are the opposite as I imagined, really. You thought I was a busy commercial man that doesn't like to talk. Interesting. I wonder how you got that impression. Was it during, I don't know, maybe it was like in the later part of my stream. Is that it? Maybe I was a little quiet then. So yeah, what about? Okay, so which of like the maybe I'll make a poll, right? What time is it there? Wait, sorry. There was a special effect. Yeah, I totally forgot to remove the reverb. From Brazil, shout out Brazil. Please, Naki, for the love of all things holy, please leave up these live streams wherever I'm following along and making my own character. I need him. Of course. I'll do my best to document as much as a process as I possibly can live. Then yeah, they'll be up. It was during the start of your 3D short film video. It looked too professional, really? What the... Interesting, okay. When you make your clothing, do you bake high poly to low poly for normals and whatnot? Yes. So basically, well, more so like mid poly, right? So you're looking at like it's not like completely low poly, but it's not dense as well. It's like it's suitable for animation, right? Like look at the face. It's pretty dense, but it's no like it's not this. It's not this, right? It's not this dense. So yes, I do retopologize, and then I don't bake over the stuff. I don't bake over the normals because this for a sculpt is still relatively low poly. So by baking this over, I'm kind of I'm bound to introduce some artifacts. So unless I go to a really high poly, like as such, and then I go in and fine tune the stuff, right? I typically tend to not retopologize. Sorry, I typically tend not to bake over the stuff and just kind of throw on the multi-res modifier and then sculpt accordingly. You get what I'm saying, right? And then once I'm happy with the multi-res details, I'll bake this multi-res down into a normal map towards I think usually when I'm done with the texture painting process, because they kind of go in tandem. So yeah. I was testing something and I want to ask, is it normally okay to use Tripo to generate a mesh cage and then tweak it in Blender? What is Tripo? Tripo? 3D model online. Oh, it's an AI generator. Is it morally okay to use Tripo to generate a mesh cage? I personally have not looked into a 3D generator. I'm not sure what they use to train this. I believe an LLM, right? So I'm not sure. Not sure of the practice. Usually when it comes to generative AI, I almost immediately assume that it's unethically trained, and then I'll do my research to see if it's the otherwise. But I typically tend to just generally stay away from generators. But look into it. Maybe it's like an in-house trained LLM that doesn't affect the resources of literal cities or like towns, right, without affecting people. So I don't have an answer to that because I have no idea what Tripo or Tripo is. So yeah. Yo, Phoenix, hello. Thanks for the detailed response. Yeah, no worries. What time is it there? It is 3:15 a.m. I was testing something and want to ask, it does the retopology but with bad topology, okay? Because making a whole mesh from scratch is so exhausting. Yeah, it is a long, tedious process, but yeah, I don't have any further comments beside the fact that I generally just tend to stay away from generative stuff, and as long as generative AI, right? I immediately assume that it's unethically trained until I've done my research, and they can very evidently conclude that everything has been ethically trained. I'm not even gonna go into so what if it's unethical and whatnot. I generally just tend to stay away from generative stuff. But hypothetically speaking, right, say that it is completely ethically trained, everything was it's an ethical model, right? And you're asking from a technical standpoint if it's a possible workflow, then I say sure. I think it really depends, sure, but also how artistically, how much do you want the triple generative software to take control of the art direction, right? Well, unless you're talking about throwing in somebody's work and then asking them to generate that concept art into 3D, and like that act in itself is also already pretty unethical. But if you're talking about throwing your own concept art into an ethical generator, then I really have nothing to say. A sculpting template generator for you to refine the details on. Okay. 3 a.m. You wake up that early? You haven't slept yet? Yeah, I haven't slept. This is my work time. This is my well, not really. My work time starts a little bit earlier, but like this is my daily, well, on weekdays stream time. The time that I go live. Hey, let's give our welcome to stream. What if it does the rigging for you? Would you personally go for it? Does the rigging? I feel like I would trust AutoRig Pro more than like AutoRig Pro. They use certain they do use AI, right, to kind of like smartly detect the regions of the body. If I'm not wrong, I've yet to do my research, but I feel like that is a different use of AI. I feel like that is not generative, right? So I would say it really depends on how well they can do the job. You should look into Wrap 4D. That way you don't have to keep doing retopo. Just one base mesh with all your UVs and weights, then wrap it to your sculpts. I think I mean, that is not entirely a bad workflow, right? It's just that my models they generally have very well. I could probably do it for the face. I think that is definitely a possibility, right? Because the face it can only be so different. Unless you're talking about a creature with like 3 eyes, then now that's an anomaly. But usually with clothes, it comes with a lot of anomalies that you normally wouldn't see these folds, for instance, right? If I were to use a base mesh, the topology would be more uniform than it is right now, right? This is I could probably reuse the hand. That I could probably use a base head model. I could probably use a base hit model, but other than that, like the shirt, for instance, all of these folds are kind of unique, it's unique thing. It's a unique sculpt. So yeah, I could definitely introduce some base mesh into my workflow. I think that is something I should look into for sure. How's the Wi-Fi today? Unstable, or is my connection messing up? Oh no. How is the connection for you guys? It says no drop frames. It seems stable for me. I mean, it says unstable over here, but I'm not sure how it is for you guys. Not close, just the body and face. Yeah. That is a possibility for sure. Yo, Sora. Hello. It's fine for me. Good. Okay, great. So maybe it's on your end, Marshall. Let me just type it here in case it's not able to load the video. I want to get into animating, so I want to know what are the limitations of using Rigify in your opinion. It's fine for me. Good. Okay, great. Rigify. Limitations of using Rigify. I think, well, Rigify is really to solve your it's able to solve just the basic movements that you need of a human character, right? So I think as long as there's some sort of anomaly, maybe your character has 3 eyes, that is one of its limitations. It's probably not it probably wouldn't work, right? If you were to try to use Rigify. Maybe it does. Maybe they have a. Maybe you could duplicate the deformation bones and they'll be able to generate it. I'm not too sure, to be honest. But I guess the limitations is that less customization, right? It's not as customizable as if you were to create your own rig from scratch. But then the pros is that you save a shit ton of time, you know? A custom rig is... it took me a pretty good amount of time. I'll start then? Yeah. So yeah. Yo, Childish! Hello. I'm not sure what the other limitations are. I'm not... Maybe they have upgraded the features of Rigify, but for what I know is that there might not... Okay, so when it comes to animating, you could usually choose where you want your legs, like your feet or your hands, to be parented to when using an IK rig. I'm not sure if they have the option under the UI, right? The custom UI to toggle between different parents. So if, say, maybe your character is doing a flip and you want to have your IK feet parented to your torso instead of the root, right? That might be a limitation. Again, been a while since I've used Rigify, and even when I used Rigify, I was a complete noob. I didn't really explore much. Good luck gooning. Thanks, Porkchop. It's not as customizable. Would be as it would be if you did it from scratch. Yeah. It's very customizable, not gonna lie. Really? Okay. There you go. Yeah, I don't use Rigify enough to know the ins and outs. Not even AutoRig Pro, to be honest. Alright, at a 20 minutes mark, I'll begin the texture painting process. You guys have any more questions? Feel free to ask me before it hits the 20 minutes mark, and then I'm gonna have to lock in. You can switch parents? Okay. Rigify is really good at that. That Pierre used that parenting system for his new mannequin rigs. Ah! Okay, there you go. Yeah. I'm not the best person to ask about rigging, because I'm very much still getting the hang of it myself. AutoRig Pro is the best though, in my opinion. I see. I wouldn't really know. I know that the setup for AutoRig Pro is really solid. It's kind of like setting up It's kind of like setting up in Mixamo. That's the vibe that I got. Right. 2 more minutes, and then we'll get into it. Oh yeah, you know, actually, I do want to ask, right? Because like I said earlier, I do have to tone down the stream schedule. I feel like 5 days a week right now for me is a lot of the time it could be put to better use, in my opinion. So I think for the next maybe the next 2 months, right, I'm gonna have to tone down the stream schedule to, like, I don't know, maybe like 3 times a day or something like that, so that I can focus on the social media stuff. So I was gonna ask which days of the weekday do you guys prefer to watch the streams on? If you guys don't have any preferences, you can just ignore me, or just wait for the poll to come up on Discord. The face form wrap call was beautiful. Can't wait to learn it for Retopo. Ooh. AutoRig Pro 3 times a day. Did I say that? 3 times a week. Whoops. AutoRig Pro when AutoRig Noob walks in. Oh my god. 3 times a week. 3 times a week. What else? Okay. Wait. Alright, we gotta lock in. We got to lock in. Here we go. Let me just pull up my reference board. And where is... Yep. Are you guys ready for some texture painting action? Texture paint. Alright, let me just set this to... Alright, we're gonna be doing the pants today. I was actually planning to work on the gloves, but I think I need a little bit more work on the gloves. So I'll do the pants for now. I still gotta work on the pocket, so I'm gonna do a UV unwrap for this, and then eventually do another set of UVs for both the pockets and the pants, and then transfer the textures over to the new UVs. But I'm doing this just for the stream, which is why I feel like I want to tone down on the stream schedule for now to kind of, I guess, figure things out a little bit more. I feel like the social media stuff is taking up quite a bit of time. Days off would be great for me to lock in, and then by the time I go live again, there'll be a noticeable progress without the boring repeated stuff. I think that is a good trade. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is to UV unwrap this. Alright, so I'm gonna use my special technique. Smart UV project, angle limit of 25. Let's try 20. I'm feeling frisky. Unwrap. Is that a bit much? Let's see what 25 looks like. Now let's do 20. 20. And then we will do average. Actually, wait, I'm gonna have to make sure that I have the scale applied so I don't get any warped UVs. Alright, great. Average the island scale, and then pack the islands with scale and rotate turned on. Not the smart UV project. That's the best way. Texture paint, let's go. The model looks good, thanks. Appreciate it. How many characters will there be? There will be 6, a total of 6 characters. So there's a lot to document. A lot. Many. Alright, and then we'll do an Ucupaint setup. Let's do pens, and then we'll do a quick Ucupaint note setup. I'm gonna toggle on both alpha and AO. There we go. Actually, I'm thinking if I should bake over the where is that? The sculpt. Right, I've already done this, so you know what? Let's bake this over. Let's give that a shot, right? So I'm gonna isolate these two, and with the pens, I'm gonna select the color attribute. Then I'm gonna shift select the retopology. I'll create a new image. I'll set that to 2K. I'll do, I don't know, pens, bake over, pens, bake over, yeah, well, whatever. I don't know what to name it. Bake over, COL for color, and then new. I believe you can do, you have to go to cycles, film, I'm lying, bake, and then I want to bake emission, selected active. I'm gonna leave the extrusion to 0 for now. Alright, and then yeah, let's hit bake. Let me just make sure that the selection order is correct. Yep. Alright, it's the sculpt first, and then the thing that you wanna, it's the painting, select the painting, and then select the blank canvas. So let's do bake. I prefer to take my time with UV mapping, mark your seams, and UV project. Fair enough. Alright. Ew. Alright. Yeah, we need some extrusion in there. Let's do that again. Select the sculpt, and then the retopo. Let's do an extrusion of like, what, 0.01? Depends on your topo, yeah. UVs are not that bad. It's just that because I'm doing hand painted stuff, I'm saving a lot of time just by smart UV projecting. I use Ucupaint even for the type of baking you're doing. Interesting. Whatever works for you, right? La 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 la. Let's do it again. I think that would be a good number. Alright, hello vertically challenged Naki. Okay. Do we have mods on the YouTube chat? Do we have mods over there? I hope I didn't join too late. Not too bad. We're only 6 minutes into the texture painting process. So it's chill, it's chill. If you're late again the next time though, who knows what may happen, right? Who fucking knows? Bake over, let's do a save as. I'll go to my Blender textures, save as image. Alright, good. Now let's do an Ucupaint setup. Hey, where'd it go? Oh, it's here. What the? Hey, what are you doing over there? Let's delete these. Okay, cool. It crashed. Give me a second. Very cool, very cool. It's so annoying how many unnecessary ways to retopple and rigging has. This should be really automated for lazy people. Fair enough. Yeah, I think, yeah, retoppo. It's tedious at first, right? Then, once you get the hang of it, it's really not so bad. Alright. Wait a minute. Oh no, this is an autosave file. Don't give me that. Alright, cool. I will load this up. Actually, we don't need to load it here. I just need... This is why I'm such a chronic saver. Alright, cool. And then I will create a new image, or rather open an existing image. No, not existing. We don't have it loaded up here. I'm gonna load the bake over. That will be the base. But I've yet to think of like how I want to go about painting this, because we have two colors, right? So I'm thinking, if do I want to create like a new shadow layer and then use the multiply mode to then multiply over the base layer, or like, yeah, I haven't really thought of how I want to go about doing this. But let's figure it out. Give me my concept. Thank you. Alright, here we go. We're gonna start with the base painting. I'm gonna clean up the texture real quick. I just want to make sure that my brush settings are right. Yep, the unified color is turned on, and I want the fall off to be smooth for this one. I've come to appreciate using like a smoother fall off for my square brush to lay out the folds and stuff. You can't rely on quad remeasure forever, right? My quad remeasure is such a lifesaver. To a certain degree, of course. Alright. Retopo add-ons are unnecessarily fun to use. Fair enough. Good job making this with one hand. Someone check that guy's drive real quick. Boring process, right? Nothing new to see. What do you guys think of texture painting streams? Do you guys think it's is it boring? Is it therapeutic? Do you guys like texture painting streams? Not boring to artists? That is fair. For me, I definitely appreciate watching texture painting streams. Bob Ross of Gooning. I love that I get to see the process firsthand of for how you go about handling stuff. Yeah, one of the big reasons why I watch VODs of artists. So I totally understand the sentiment of keeping the VODs up to then be able to follow along, right? Because I get it. Me too, me too. I wish Blender would make stuff like texture painting, retopo, and basic modeling. Like being able to modify the edges on a cylinder after validating. Easier to focus on. Geo notes is not for me. Yeah. Again, I feel like it's not that they're opposed to working on texture painting stuff, it's just that there are no developers that I guess, you know, I don't think they have developers that care for texture painting at the moment. As soon as one volunteers to do it, all it takes is just one dev to be interested. I hope for that dev to come soon. Knock on Blender's doors and bless us with a new texture painting system. Then have Substance Painter shit breaks, right? Hydrate, thank you. I do want to hydrate. Let me just finish this up real quick. What is this? Okay. It scared me a little. I thought it was a UV unwrapping flaw. That would not be very nice. Alright, let's hydrate. Let's hydrate. Cheers. You using tablet or pen display? I'm using a screen. Yeah, I'm using a display tablet. Using colors, etc. Me too. I am. Man, I'm so curious of like. I have a few hand painting artists who I really wish would have like at least some kind of a Patreon or something, right? I want to see how they go about selecting their colors. You know, how much do they color pick from the concept art? How much do they just kind of guess and kind of go with the vibe? You know, so many questions, so many. I guess I can hide these two for now, and then yeah. I feel like we can begin. So yeah, I'm not sure how to go about this. Like, do I want to create because with like two colored stuff, right? Like there's bound to be a fold that goes across the two colors. So I wonder how like a hand painting artist would go about tackling this. I'm gonna try just creating a new layer on top of it, right? I'll just call this Hands Shadow 2K. All right, and then I think I'll use like let me think. Probably use black for this, like a pure black. Yeah, I'll use a pure black. And then I will set this to... Okay, first of all, add a color ramp. I don't want this to be alpha. Do I just... Nope. Is that it? There it is, yeah. I'm gonna turn off the alpha. I'm gonna set... Maybe I'll pick like a red, like a reddish, like a dark brown. And then I'll set this layer to multiply. Yay, multiply, multiply, multiply. I'm blind. There it is. Multiply. Alright. And then I want to define the darkest shadow tone that I want to go with. Like so black means it's completely it's the darkest point, right? So I feel like this is dark enough. Let me look at a reference real quick. I think I could maybe okay, I'll go a little bit lighter, like this. Placing a plane with your color palettes on it. What is the model? This is a custom model. You could go to day one on YouTube to see me create it from scratch. Do you know about 90 to 100% of Blender? Nope. I know nothing about geometry nodes. Nothing about it. Fourth time sending this. In Ucupaint, it's simple. Click the source object, select the target object, and add a new big layer called Other Object Color. Oh, interesting. Okay. Do you know about... Wait, okay, I already read that. Oh! Dioli with the 2 pounds.
What's up, consumer?
Oh my god. I'm getting assaulted again. Yo, I appreciate the 2 pounds. Pounds, right? I hope I'm not reading that currency wrong. Appreciate it. Yes, pounds. How did you become good with texturing? Oof. I don't know if I'm good just yet. I'm still working on it. I wouldn't dare say I'm good. But it's a lot of just observing and recreating a lot of the arcane fan art. That definitely helped a lot. Alright, I think I'm gonna need a bit of like shadows to guide me with yeah, let me just do an emission, do a little mix. Assaulted again for sure. Welcome to the stream, Dioli. Yo, Lath. I'm late. It's all good, it's all good. You're here. That's what matters. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so again, I'm using a square brush that I put together myself. I just duplicated the heart brush, throw on a square brush texture that I put together in Photoshop a long time ago. I have it on Discord somewhere in the general chat, you can just find it. And then I have the fall off set to smooth for now to get that not so harsh edge. It's still like, still kind of like harsh, still kind of hard, but it's not so hard, which is pretty nice. Let's smudge this. Bow. Damn it. Is the arcane style more sculpt or just textures? Because I've been trying so hard to get the shapes right with this scrape and flatten brushes. The arcane style, well, in my opinion, is they do have a good amount of like modeling that caters to the contours, right? Like the folds, for instance. I think a good way to find that out is to look at this. Let me just send you the art station of the artist of Isha. You might have already seen it, but just observe the clay models, right? Look at what they actually modeled out. Like this, for instance, you can see that they actually have the folds modeled, right? And these I cannot zoom in. Let me just let me just put that on a PureRef real quick. Alright, I'll put it here. Like these contours, you cannot cheat with textures, right? So you need to at least have the shape language of the objects. Like, you know that if you put this in black and white, you can kind of tell that this is a gauntlet, right? All of these shape languages, you have to at least account for it. Some of these fold as well, right? But yeah, a lot of the heavy lifting is done with texture painting, but definitely don't want to discredit the amount of details that goes into the modeling, right? This is, by the way, completely poly model, no sculpting involved, like none at all. It's just some old school poly modeling in Maya, as claimed by the artist himself in the comment section, which I will pull up if I can find it. There it is. It's entirely in Maya. We don't sculpt, we just do old school poly modeling. So this should be a huge enough testament, right, for all of you, that sculpting is not a necessary skill to have for you know, as a character artist, a 3D character artist. Let me drop his link real quick, actually. Yep, it's I mean, this character, Isha, it's not a lot poly model, it's completely poly model. Except the hair, obviously. It's like, it's groomed in the Yeti system, I believe. But yeah, it's 100% poly model. Like this model in particular, and a lot of the models, if you go to their portfolio, all of their models were completely like poly model. No sculpting. So yeah, just go to his portfolio. A lot of clay renders, which is it's golden, right? These are like golden nuggets that you want to keep. That should answer your question, right? Dioli? I plan to use normal map. Oh, hi. Let's see. Let me just translate this. It says to annoy or wait. Oh, hello, greetings. What the? Why is Google trying to stir shit? I'm gonna blind you guys real quick. Google is trying to stir some shit. Holy, but it means hello. Hi. In Maya, not ZBrush? Yeah. Poly modeled. Insane, huh? I don't know if this is the way. Light mode user warning. I promise I'm a dark mode user. Draw a PP. I know that sounds crazy, but trust, it's a perfect detail. Should I trust him? Should I trust him, chat? Don't trust that guy. Alright, since Sora said do not trust the guy, trust I shall not. And I forgot to turn on symmetry. Look at that. Look at what you did, Grump. Look at what you did. Are you happy now? Oops. Sorry? You're forgiven. Since you're so nice. Since you said it so nicely. Just try Control Alt and middle mouse pen. Control Alt, middle mouse pen. Control Alt. What does that do? What does Control Alt middle mouse do? It tilts the screen. Control Alt. It's not working for me. I don't have the three emulate button thingy. Using a pen? Yeah, I am. Trackball navigation has a hotkey, does it? I have no idea. Never mind. Whoops. There's an add-on I use on the extension platform that allows you to symmetrize an image, helpful for when you forget to paint in symmetry. It's called Mirror Image. Ooh. And it doesn't require you to have like symmetrical UVs. That is interesting. Let me just mark a seam right smack in the middle. Right. I'll have the half selected. I will create a vertex group, assign it half, half, and then I will do a mask, the hide, the half. Guten Tag, Yo Hutner. Is your model? Are your models fully symmetrical? Not the. Yes, for the most part, but not for the pens. I've kind of broken up the symmetry for this little detail here. But I try to keep my stuff as symmetrical as I possibly can. It's mostly to save time, right? If it were up to me, I would keep things completely asymmetrical, but that is quite literally double the work. So I'm trying to save as much time as I can for now. It works on the image itself, not geometry. Okay. So your image has to be completely symmetrical? Splits? Do-do-do. Fully clean geometry. P2 Designs, Artifactive Rigging 2, I'm financially 1 HP. I feel you. But the course is so good. It's so extensive. I went the insane way and reverse engineered Rigify's rig, but if I can take it back, I'll just buy the core since it was too much a headache. Damn! That is pretty crazy, I won't lie. I do not have that kind of patience. Oops. Nope. Texture paint, wireframe. Okay. No, you use it to symmetrize, paint on one half, select either positive or negative X or Y axis, then it will mirror it. Okay. In the end, I figured out a way to make the... Wait, at some point I gave up on using IK and made an entire system using damp to track and stretch to... Wait, damp to track and stretch to and armature constraints just to export everything to Unreal without issues. In the end, I figured out a way to make the hierarchical scaling independent from the parent and made the entire add-on just for that. Turns out there was already an add-on for that. Shake my head, bruh. Yeah, you are a unique breed. Do you happen to have any interest in the development of texture painting? Dioli? Just wondering, you know? It's snowing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's snowing? At this time of the year, it snows? Been procrastinating my Unreal Engine arc since shit seems super complicated. Yeah, I've yet to have my Unreal arc. I've been asked a number of times on whether or not I have any interest in like using Unreal to render my stuff. But yeah, I've never once installed it even. Have you at least installed it, Hutner? I suck like a vacuum when it comes to texture painting. I use layers of the Voronoi position to make the arcane look. I have no art direction. Okay, I see. No harm trying, guys. I tried. I guess we'll have to just live with the current state of texture painting for the time being. How many of you here are character artists? Or do we have any character artists here? Not banned, let's go. Yes, Augie. Not banned, not banned. Thanks for the 3-stream streak. And that includes like aspiring character artists. I would count you guys as well. Me, I am. My pants on fire. Oh my god. Anyone else? Welcome to the stream, Augie. 3D animator student. Ooh. Hi, it's either Michelle or Michael. Please correct me if it's not Michelle. About to pull out ANSYS fluid simulation to understand how hair works in air. What the? Holy. Okay, Mr. Fancy. Making a game, and I finished almost everything, but I haven't even begun character design since it's so hard to me. But I'm getting better, a bit better day by day. Nice. That's all that matters really. Although now I have no exams, so not yet. Okay, okay. Yeah, you got it. All right, great. Welcome to the stream, Michelle. My follow-up question for you guys was like, you know, what do you hate most about working with character art? For me, it's pretty easy, right? I've done the entire process, so for me, it's easily rigging. Rigging is, if I could not do it, I would not. Oh. What is that? Is that a UV unwrap? A smart UV unwrap flaw that we just saw right there? Same? Yeah. Working on hair, and for some reason I decided that should sculpt it as if it was blown by wind, being stiff. Sculpt it as if it was blown by wind. Okay. I see. I hope that's going well. P2 design wasn't lying about rigging being art. Man, rigging is like its own art form. There should be an esports about rigging. Then we have different categories. We have the regular category, which is what do you call those? Like two limbs, right? 2 arms. And then we have like 3 armed creatures as like a subcategory. Oh, I hate being stiff. To answer your question, okay. Well, I hope you figure it out eventually. Oh, what the? Wait a minute. Alright, I guess when you hide an object, it doesn't symmetrize. That's unfortunate. I don't know why that's a thing. But okay. I'll just paint it again. Damn it. Really? Really? That's so annoying. Be gone. Get out of here. Let's do like this. Nope. No. Okay, I will hydrate. Thanks, Marshall. I hate this. I will remove that. I gotta draw this in. Damn it, that is such a lame feature. Looks good, Naki, thank you. Get the mirror image add-on buddy. Just delete the other leg and mirror modifier. I already have asymmetrical details. Hydration has a timer. It does. Oh wait, no, as in that was a redeem. A hydration redeem. DJ Naj, welcome to the stream. Thanks, Marshall. I'm trying. It's still far from how I want it to look, but I guess one step at a time. Your work is amazing, thank you. Not another salt, please? No, thank you. Yeah, I am good on the salt. I am well salted. Very well seasoned. I am all electrolyted. If that's not a word, it is now. All haters be hating salt on food, probably yes. Now that is the way to go. Okay, quick question for you guys. Do you guys prefer streams on weekdays or weekends? Because starting next week, I'm gonna have to change the schedule, so I'm just trying to get a feel for from you guys. I'm gonna change it to like potentially a three times a week stream schedule to focus more on the social media stuff and my fitness. I've been skipping the gym just to manage between, you know, all of this. That is not ideal. I'm losing gains as we speak. Not a masochist. No, wait. I genuinely have a salt jar where I pick pinches and eat them. I'm not a masochist, but it tastes so good. I hope you're talking at least like sea salt. Sea salt is delicious, and okay, call me crazy, but yo, Caitlin, call me crazy, but I like to sprinkle bits of salt on my like chocolate stuff. So for instance, there's like this chocolate filled biscuits or cookies, right, that I would sprinkle salt on them and then eat with it. Oh, it's so good, so good. Throw them on chocolate chip cookies as well. It's fucking delicious. I'm gonna multitask at the gym. How you doing, Caitlin? Welcome to the stream. Weekdays, so I can remind myself to work on my own project. Okay. Weekdays, please. I need a reason to procrastinate studying. It is sea salt. Okay, good. That is based, Diali. I can get with that. Salted chocolate is actually it's so good. It's beautiful. It's actually. I just realized that we're about to get raided, y'all. Get ready. I was lurking in Mia's stream, and there I am. There I am. Yo. Welcome to the stream, Coconut Gang. Yo, Mia, where are them coconuts? I have them down here, kept nicely in my back pockets. Nelly, this motherfucker, Corvus, Mar. Hello, this daddy stalking me. I mean, I'm part of the coconut gang, no? Torskin, wear them coconuts in my back pocket. Got them nice and ready down there. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. How was the spooky game? Now I'm looking at myself. Narcissist. Alright. Whoa. I just opened up Ruby's stream. Whoa. Okay. Tiny coming in last sec was peak comedy for real. Can we defund the cat? Time to use my powers. Uh-oh. Y'all better run. You guys better run. She's Mia is a mod now. She has crazy powers. Yo. What? Where did that come from? Who subscribed? Thank you, whoever subscribed. Why is there no notif on that? What the? Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you so much. Anonymous sub, yes, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Remove the cat's sword. Me about to ban every one of us, I know. Y'all better run. She's still on probation, right? Ooh. I don't know. I think she's out and free, out and about right now. Count your days, y'all. Count your days. How do you approach character design or color blocking? Oh, Ronima, I wish I had like a clear answer for you, but my method is pretty brute forcey as of today. It's just a matter of creating a lot of iterations. Obviously, like draw inspiration, right? Like gather, you know, characters that inspire you, and then put it in a ref board, and then iterate, and then you'll end up with something fairly decent. Like this is like completely original, but someone has made a comparison of my characters to the characters of Concord. So take my words with a pinch of salt, okay? All right. So yeah, if you're looking for this standard, then I guess iterate as much as you can, and then once you find that, you know, you find like there's this iteration here, I like this, pick that, and then refine that. As for the colors, it's really, for me, I knew I wanted to go for like a steampunkish look, a hybrid of like desert punk and steampunk aesthetics, and then yeah, this kind of like spawned, you know. W Sculpt Nagi, yo Youngie, welcome to the stream. Dang it, I'm late though. Welcome. Doesn't even have legs. All right. Oh, you mean feet? She does not, indeed, unfortunately. But she has pretty cute boots. No paint, not painted just yet. So yeah, Aroa, Nima, I'll call you Nima if that's okay. I hope that answers your question. I think my latest video on, you know, creating the original character, I think that is a good video to check out in the beginning stage, right? It's a very short segment, but it pretty much explains my thought process. Concord, yeah, I got someone made a comparison. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, fair enough. I'm not like I'm still finding my way, navigating my way through character design. But I aspire to up the standards. And oh, right. Thank you again, Mia, for the raid. If you need to, you know, do the post-stream stuff, go get food, get on the shitter, all of that. Feel free to appreciate the raid. And for the raiders, oh, Srest, did I say hi to Srest, by the way? Hi, Srest. I'm pretty sure I greeted everyone, but Srest, sorry about that. But just to keep you guys up to date, I'm currently working on a short film, right? An animated short film. This is a completely solo project that I kind of wish the scale was a little bit smaller. I kind of, if I could go back in time, I would pick a much smaller project. But this is the second character out of the 6 characters that I'm about to work on. And if you want, right? Let's just say you don't drop by the stream all the time. I currently have a new series on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, like this short form series where I would document the let me just make sure that there it is, there I am. I would document the progress of the project every day. There it is, I'll put it here. Every day, so don't miss out. If you want to, you know, keep up with the project but you don't typically catch my streams, that is fine. Consider checking out the short form stuff. Daily updates every day. All right. And that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We need another long form video soon. I milked the first one too much. I'll do my best. I will do my best. I don't know what the next video is gonna be about. You know, I don't want to just do the same video just for this character, right? Because I think it'll be a little bit boring to watch. I don't know. Would you guys care if the video's like pretty much exactly the same format just for a different character? Or would you guys prefer like I come up with something new? 'Cause I think that is like, be honest, be brutally honest, you know. We don't say hi to Stress. I guess we don't. And today's my big day, guys. I got VIP'd. I got VIP'd on the MIA. Make it a salt eating challenge like a mukbang. Okay, alright. Alright now. Maybe I should mock you guys. I should create a caricature of what chat is. Here, eat some salt, eat some salt! Wee! Wee! First format was peak, alright. Great. Point taken, I will keep that in mind. And I will cook up something. I'll let it naturally occur like I did with the first video. A lot of the things that I do, right, it's really very brute forcey. I wish I had like a very clear-cut template to you know, tell you guys how I come up with my ideas, like my concept art or whatnot. It's really just brute forcing. Just iterate until it works. And sometimes I feel like that is just how things, that is how you could just approach things. Like for the current daily stuff that I'm doing, right? I've already kind of like tweaked stuff since day 15, which was the first video of the daily series, right? The positioning of the text, the sound effects that I use. Just come up with something good enough and then like make it happen first. That meme, or that, not meme, but like that image, right, of like an imperfect circle, like make it happen first and then make it good. It is very applicable in many formats, but I feel like ideation is key to a lot of these things. Like you shouldn't just start something without like a base idea, at least some form of goal that you want to achieve, and then you kind of like iterate on your way. I think the smart UV project is a little fucky already. Why mock us, not bang us? Okay. Something new would be cool, fair enough. Yup. So scared of day 27? Why is that? What is day 27? Alright, I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. Let me just mess around with the colors. Why did that take me so long? It's already been like 1 hour and I only got these down. Are you kidding me? I'm out a little early today. Take care, everyone. Bye, Marshall. Thanks for watching the stream. You have a good one. Don't be sipping on that wine too much. I'm kidding. I'm not your dad. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you must. The exam? Oh my god. I have another question. For an art style like this, will you use detailed normal maps, textures, masks like roughness, etc., or will it mostly be flat like a base color and some light normals? The latter. Definitely the latter. There won't be any... I'm avoiding as much physically base stuff as I possibly can. I've ventured with with like a more painterly kind of lighting, but I think I'm gonna go with like at least plug this into a diffused shader, but there won't be any fancy reflections or refractions going on. A lot of it's gonna be very hand painted. Free will. Thanks, Dad. You're welcome. Have a good wine time. The food pick? Oh my god, let me check it out before you go, if you're still here. I did not know you dropped a food pick. Oh no, my Discord won't open. Let me open it up. Oh. Let me restart. Please don't crash on me. If I suddenly freeze, you guys know what happened. Okay, I'm gonna end task. Alright, great. I'm still alive. Alright, give me the food. Oh my god, let's see. Oh my god, that looks fucking delicious. I won't lie. I would devour this right now. But thankfully I ate before I went live again. Thankfully. But still, this looks fucking delish. The stream froze. Don't fucking do this to me. Don't do this to me. What is this? If 3D female modeling is your power, what are you without it? Thankfully, we will never know. Looks dry? Are you kidding me? Looks dry? You not see the... This is like roughness 0.15. It was good? I bet it was. I bet it was. Yulia, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Take care, Marshall. Take care. That looked delicious. How you doing, Yulia? 3D terms in real life is hilarious. That is the only way. And I wonder how, like, hand painting artists would go about, like, painting the folds of, you know, an object with two colors like these, like this, right? Curious. Good, and you? I'm doing good. I am doing not too bad. Unfortunately, couldn't go to the gym today because I was pressing for time. But other than that, I still managed to get some, body weight workouts. Crank up some push-ups, pull-ups. For this stream, I'm probably gonna do some assisted pistol squats until my legs give out. And tomorrow I'll try again to go to the gym. I've been meaning to go to the gym, but been so busy. Brian, what the fuck? Pass to Oliver and I'm out for good. Bye, Marshall. Thanks for watching the stream. Take care, take care. Let me erase this, actually. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna trust the process. I really hate how this looks right now. Oh, what the? Alright, now this is too far. Why did that disappear? Where did my other half go? Alright, what is that fucking add-on again? Oh, hi TikTok viewers, I forgot about that. Oh no. By knocking need to go since I ran out of time to snooze. My study alarm, go go go. You guys want to say hi to the short form people? You want to say hi Instagram, hi blah blah. If not, it's fine. We can do it another day. Yo Phoenix. Oops. Hi shorties, that is pretty good. Alright, if you want to say hi to the short formers, now is your time. There you go. Okay. I will say, and chat says hi. I'll switch it up this time. I'm not gonna call you guys losers. Alright, I'm feeling a little nice today. I would just say chat says hi, okay? Alright. Is that too direct? By the way, they say, By the way, is it hi? That says hi. Alright. Yo, Gorgits. Oh, no wonder. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? How you doing? So yeah, unfortunately, again, I'm gonna have to lessen the streaming days. I'll probably try to clock out the entire week this week, and then I'll start it next week, but it really depends. I don't want to lose too much gains, you know. Today, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I'm gonna I'll clock out this week, then I'm gonna start the new schedule next week. All right. Shader shenanigans. Ooh. I see. How's that going? Is it better to model in A pose or T pose? It depends on your needs. I suggest you Google the difference in like benefits, right? The benefits between an A pose and T pose, right? There are a lot of technical benefits that I'll probably leave out. But all in all, like an A pose is better for shoulder deformation. A T pose is better for, like for instance, like transferring animations. You know, if you have like multiple characters that you want to transfer some of like the informations over. Oh, it's happening again. Okay, there it is. Then a T pose would be better, right? So it really depends on your needs. Google it. Check the main differences between the two. For me, the reason why I chose an A pose is because I just felt that it would be more beneficial to me. I don't really have like a lot of justification as to why, but yeah, I just went with it. The A pose is what I just end up choosing, and yeah, you're gonna have to do a bit of research. I wish I had all the answers, but I don't. Let me pull up this reference real quick. You know what? Good enough. I'll lay out the wait, before I do that, I was gonna lay out the highlight colors. Alright, look it up. Yeah. Sorry about that. I wish I knew more about the differences. Whatever I said was pretty much like all that I can think of right now. So I think the best way is to kind of like find out what you need first. Are you doing like an animation project with multiple characters that requires like, do you need to transfer over some of the animations? But you know, nowadays even an A pose is pretty like workable when it comes to like transferring the animation data. Could be wrong. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create another layer to kind of introduce some color variations before I add the highlights, and then we'll bake it down and we'll paint over everything. Let's do like color variation. Let's maybe... Oh, right. I need to fix that. You know what? I'll manually do it. What? Oh, I'm stupid. Literally dumb. Hey, Soy. Hey, what if? Can you ask an art question? Sure. Just same now? What does that mean? All right, here we go. For a meadow, would you fake the distance between hills for a 3D scene, and how to make it believable? A meadow, an environment question. Fake the distance between hills. Are we talking a stationary camera, or are we talking moving? Because I think if it involves a lot of parallax, I don't think there's a way to fake it besides just actually placing them far away, right? But if there are no parallax involved, just I guess constantly have a camera on, like in your viewport, and just look at a reference and replicate the scale. I don't know if that's what you're looking for. Is there like a technical thing that you're trying to find out maybe? Stationary, I presume you would fake it for simplicity's sake. Fake it. Oh, so you mean as like, okay, fake it as in like, for example, using an image instead of actually using like a particle system or whatnot? Is that what you're leading at? Is I... Seems like rendering everything is a headache. Hey, do-raw. Huh. And I wish I had like a clear answer for you, but I really don't. I don't want to come up with some bullshit, right? I wish I had an answer for you, Augie, but I don't. Now let's do some... Man, I really hate this. I wish there was some sort of tutorial out there for clothes. Do I... You know what? I'll figure it out, and I'll eventually, potentially teach it. There's like no clear-cut way besides like color picking from or observing a concept art and then recreate it, right? But what if you don't have a reference, and like your reference is kind of just like a guidance and you're not trying to replicate it exactly? Then how do you go about it? And like I've always wondered, like how would you go about you know, picking a different hue, because, you know, artists always say, oh, play around with different hue settings, but like, what is the intention behind that, you know? Like, are you trying to emulate a particular ambient? So it's the answers I usually hear, it's really just, oh, it's essentially just vibe it out. It figures out, man. This is not it. I'm already, what, almost 2 hours in? Okay. Now I'm gonna create, okay, I'm gonna leave out the color variation for now. I'll call this Pans Highlights, maybe 2K? Not 2L, 2K. Alright, and this time we're gonna use white. And then with this, I'm gonna do, oops. Oh wait, what is that? RGB to alpha? Oh, you could just do that. Alright, that was an accidental discovery, but there we go. And then I will do I will do a screen. Now I'll darken this and just pick a color that will kind of go well with just came to say that I have to study a video lecture worth 142 hours and finish the SEM in 203 hours. Do you think I can make it? That sounds fucking crazy. I do not envy you right now. You definitely got it. You got it. I'm new to Blender. How much time will it take you to what? Do raw? Take you to what? To be able to navigate around the viewport, or create a character, or, you know. Or what I could do is to duplicate this. And then do a screen. I'll do a screen if I can find it and I'm not blind. Layer, I'll do screen. There we go. And then I'll create a mask by going to mask, open images, open existing images mask, pans. Nope. Okay, I'll create a new mask. New image mask. I'll do pans, highlights, 2K. Okay. Alright. And I need to fill this mask out. Make sure that it's selected. Yep, highlights 2K. I'm gonna fill it out as black. Alright. And now we can paint in the highlights. Like this. And I'll lower the strength. Actually, let's see. What is the brightest point? Like, how bright do I want this to be? I think I want some leeway, right? Maybe 0.7 is a good amount. No, let's go with 1, and then we'll. Oh, can we not erase mask? No, we can only. Yeah, there it is. Lie to me, please. Thank you. Life is so much more than we allow it to be. Why should I suffer to get a doomed degree, destined to be forgotten, merely to return to the groan in my eventual burial? Holy, I shall hence be no more than alive. Ooh, Quick, someone, save him. I'm gonna do a little spot check. A wellness check. This fella. Oh, my alerts. Whoops. Where did my alerts go? There it is. Thanks for the hydrate, Soy. They're genuinely not attending the exam. Tell me a joke. You're welcome. Alright, don't do that now. Alright. That kind of backfired. Note to self, don't burp when someone asks you to make a joke. I like how you willingly typed that and it wasn't even like an emote change. Like on Twitch, you would get juked by typing tiny. And here you are willingly typing that. You know what? Fair play. Fair fucking play. Influenceable? Looks mighty ass. Like Invincible's title card. I've got no clue. But like the animated series. You're high on stress right now. That sucks, man. How can we help you distress? De-stress. Do you need me to twerk on stream? No. Nice try. Alright. You think I'll do that for free? Not even 100 subs can buy some bakery action, you know? I keep that for the homies. I keep that for the homies, alright? You don't finish this in 18 minutes. Twerk live? 18 minutes? Bruh. Not this again. If I don't finish painting the highlights in 18 minutes, I will twerk. I will do a singular twerk on stream. 20 minutes. Let's do 20 minutes. If I don't do this, if I don't get the highlights done within 20 minutes, I'll do a singular twerk on stream. Singular. Alright, just one rotation. No more than that. 20 minutes starts now. Alright, one singular twerk. 20 minutes of okay. Now that is not what I... No. You must have misheard what I said. That is be asking for a spine injury, okay? The law states that it's a punishable challenge. Wait, a law states that a punishable challenge requires completion within 18 minutes, Mr. Naki? 18 minutes? Oh my god, you sure know how to... Alright, 18 minutes it is. Fuck. What are you doing to me? Alright, 18 minutes begins now. Shake it till it falls off. Alright. You guys want this a little bit too much, don't you think? Locking in. Locking the fuck in. Zero distractions, right? I can at least get that from you guys. Zero distractions. No need to lock in, just chill? Okay. Now what do I get if I win? Why is this only a mistake, huh? Where's the stake on you guys? What is this? I will start studying, bruh. You know what? Okay. Sure. I would take you on that. If I'm done with the highlights within the next 16 minutes now, you will have to study. Alright? Otherwise, I will do a singular twerk on stream. Just one pump. No more than that. Alright, one pump is all you get. One pump. It's not looking good for y'all, by the way. I have a feeling that I'll be done within the next 5 minutes. Alright. Okay, I'm kind of liking this now. It's starting to be of standard at least. I was hating it real hard earlier. Did not like how this was looking. But now I hate it less, which is always a nice feeling. You know, while I work on this, alright, I'm gonna run a poll. Let me pause the timer real quick. We're at 13, 27, 26, 25. I'll stop at 13:25. I'm being very generous. Okay, let's run a poll. Preferred schedule. 3 days a week. I'm gonna have to cut down on the streaming schedule, guys, for the benefit of my social media and my fitness journey. I've been skipping the gym the past couple of days just to catch up with the stream stuff and social media stuff. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the last 3 days. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna set this for 5 minutes. We have plenty of time. And then I'll do the same poll on YouTube real quick. Alright, actually, let me just put this here. Give me a sec. And then I will do this. Let me run a poll real quick. I'm gonna need you guys to wake up. Wake up! Wake the fuck up! Alright. Sorry for having to cut the schedule. Alright, this will commence next week. And until things are stabilized, the stream's gonna be only 3 days a week. I'm sorry about that. For sure, you should focus more on your health by eating a lot of salt. Okay. Now this is just a salt. Monty's wet, fry, fry. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my weekends free. One, two, wet. And I do a parenthesis. First half. Every other day. Last half. All right, first half of the week, last half of the week, or every other day, right? First half. Damn it. Every other. You know what? Never mind. You guys get it. You guys get it. All right, let's run a 5 minutes poll. Preferred schedule. We just run that and that. Okay. All right, let's do a vote, y'all. Let's vote. Yeah, I'm not cheating, by the way. I still have the timer up here. I will keep my word. All right, let's do a little vote, shall we? If anyone is just coming out of lurking, right? Coming out of the lurk, let me explain what's going on right now. So I'm about to change my schedule because I've come to realize that it's kind of hard to keep up with the current schedule, which is to go live every single weekday. So I'm gonna tone it back to 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week. So I'm gonna need you guys to show your preference. Damn, Twitch is dead asleep. Dead asleep. Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to vote on which of the 3 days, the 3 weekdays, you guys prefer. You know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, every other day. We're pretty even over here. I'm oh my god, I'm a raider. That's hilarious. I'm a raider of my own stream. Getting two different results. One went dry. I'm not gonna run this poll on Discord, by the way, because I'm assuming that most of you here are the ones who normally watch the stream. So I'm gonna take your votes more seriously, because this is for you, right? And I assume not a lot of people on this Discord typically, you know, watch the streams. I don't think. So I just want to make sure that the poll is like the votes are actually, you know, voted by people who actually you know, watch the streams regularly. Okay, so far we are more on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday. Okay, every other day it seems to be winning so far. Okay. Let's see. Now, while the vote is almost over, I'll explain one more time just in case anyone is just coming out of lurking right now. So the current vote is for the change of schedule, right? I used to stream, right now I'm streaming 5 days a week, but I'm gonna have to cut it back to 3 days a week for just the next couple of months, right? Just to see how things go. So I need your vote to, you know, I need your vote right now. I need to hear from you on, you know, which of these 3 options you prefer. Someone Twitch vote, please get rid of the stupid and funny no good number. Oh my god. Wait, you know what? Actually, don't vote. Leave it be. This is okay. Alright. Really? That was you, right? That was you, Dioli. I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm gonna keep butchering your name until until we get the perfect number back again. I think it's pretty clear Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Alright, let's end the vote. Can I end this? Nope. I'll just wait. Then we'll run the timer again. Dioli? I'm not butchering it? Really? Damn. Dayali. Okay, it'll be Dayali. Alright. Okay. Monday. Oh, wait. Bro. You know what? I'll still end it though, because we have a winner, right? I think Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. That's the winner. It's all 33, right? It was Monday, Wednesday, Friday at first, and then it became an even 3. That's even better. Dayali. Damn it. All right. Thanks for the votes. Thank you. Appreciate you coming out of lurk mode. Appreciate it. Boom. All right. Let's start. Boom. Here we go. Okay. I am liking this a little bit better. It was really hideous earlier, but now I don't hate it as much, thankfully. Then over here, I'll add one of these. Like this. And then we'll smudge that out. There we go. Okay, and then we'll do there. Give me my reference. Alright. No one cared who I was until they butchered my name. No one cares until I put on the mask. Where's that from? Is it Bane? Joker? Dark Knight Rises. Bane said it? Bane, okay. Alright, I'm gonna try maybe adding some highlights on the contours of the pants. I'm gonna do it from like a thumbnail distance. I'm using, instead of like selecting the or rather changing the strength, I'm just changing the values of the brush, because I currently have like the base color, the green and the brown, duplicated as a screened layer, right? I currently have the duplicated layer set as a screen. That I'm basically revealing the screened areas with a mask, and the mask with masks, black means it's transparent and white means it's showing, right? So instead of using strength, which will create like an overlapping like it's gonna appear like this. One sec. Gonna appear, but very overlapish. Actually, that doesn't look so bad. Maybe it looks. You know what? Yeah, wait. There it is. That overlapish look. Instead of doing that, I'm just changing the value of the brush. Hey Blurb, I really enjoyed your video about creating a protagonist. I'm hoping to get a better texture painting clothes in a similar style by watching. Let's go! Welcome to the stream, by the way. I will do my best to I'm honestly also figuring this out as I go. I don't really have a clear workflow as of now. So hopefully by what was that? Oh, you've been
EVBBN detracted Naku.
Bruh. Thanks for the 2 poundies. Appreciate the poundies. Okay, wait, poundies may not be the best maybe not poundies, but appreciate the 2 poundaroos. Like it was TTS. The typos are merely more distractions. There is TTS indeed, for all tips and donos. Thanks for the 2 poundies, really appreciate it. 6 minutes and 42 seconds. Oh jeez. That's like $2.71. Hell yeah. We're eating well tonight, boys. We're eating well tonight. Appreciate it. Oops. I can get you enough salt? True. That is a pretty substantial amount of salt. Mm. Ah, it's so laggy. Or 16. I'm almost done. You might have to start reaching out for the book, Dioli. I won't lie. You might have to start reaching out for it. Alright. The highlights are done. Unfortunately for you, Dioli. I'm just killing time at this point, really. So, are you a fan of books? It's all I gotta do now is to just bake this down and then paint over this and add some color variations and whatnot. Alright, I will have to stop the timer. Here we go. Okay, let me see. That is almost done. Bummer, I had my lotion out. Okay, alright. Time to put it back in the drawer. Alright. Put it back where it belongs, in the sock drawer. Put it back there, and then, yeah. You gotta lock in and work on the other stuff. No twerk, yeah. No twerk, plus you gotta take out your books now and start reading, unless you're talking digital well, you're talking about videos, right? You have to watch like what 140 hours of course. Yep, time to pull up the URL, type in the course. All right, I'm gonna log in. I already took melatonin. Oh my god. Yikes. Yikeroos. Let me think. How do I add variations? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to bake this as... Wait, actually, let me just make sure that this is of a good value. I think this is okay. Yeah, I like this. Then I will color channel, bake, 2K, GPU. Okay. 3 pills, 2 milligrams, with 20 milligrams each. Whoops. 20 milligrams. Wait, what is the recommended dosage? It isn't 20 the recommended for adults. AI, come on, give me the. Wait, what? $20 milligrams each. One sec. Let me just make sure that this is right info, because it is saying that a 2 mg slow release tablet taken 1 or 2 hours before bedtime, and we're talking 2 mgs, and you're saying 20 mgs each. That is you're gonna have a really good sleep. Someone's about to have a really, really good sleep. But be safe, though. Be safe. I hope. I hope. I don't know. 60 milligrams sounds like a lot. So I hope. Okay, 2. Okay, because 20 is a little crazy. That is like 10x the recommended dosage, and you said 3 pills. Okay. 2. All right. It's still excessive, I think, but I hope you fix. I'm assuming you have to fix your sleep schedule. Is that why you took it? I hope you fix whatever you wanted to fix. Let me just save that as an image. I will go to source files. I will do. Goon, pants, Paintover, 2K. You have insomnia, no routine can help it. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, insomnia is it's a sucky thing. It's sucky, I won't lie. But I hope you're doing okay. I can literally stay awake for 30 plus hours and not feel sleepy. Shit. For me, the best, honestly, like the best medicine for like any sort of insomnia that I've experienced in the past was honestly a huge routine change. Like I'm a night owl, right? Then, cause I'm from Singapore, and most Singaporean men will have to serve their national service, and then after the 2 years of national service, they would have to go back every single year for reservists, like training, and it's a completely different sleep schedule, right? From going from a complete degenerate night owl to a like a day, like a not even like a normie, like probably. We would wake up like 6 a.m. every day, or 7 a.m., right? Pretty early. So that kind of change is what usually helps me with my sleep problems. But again, everyone is different, right? But Senator, I'm Singaporean. 4 milligrams insomnia is the skill. I took standardized tests with 0 sleep and still had good grades. gives you extra studying time. My god. Just started using melatonin. Before it was diphenhydramine hydrochloride. I've never heard of that. But I hope you eventually get to like a sleep schedule of like your like a desired sleep schedule, because I know how having like bad sleep can feel pretty shitty. Over 2K. I'm not sleeping to wake up early, I'm literally sleeping to stop feeling stressed. Okay. Ah. Ooh. I see. Damn, it must be a pretty big task then for you to feel so stressed out. I thought you were kind of like half kidding. But it seems like you're really stressed out. Oh no, that sucks, dude. That sucky sucks. No wonder you wanted the twerk so badly, huh? Alright, let's paint over. Painting over. I just baked the textures. Now I'm just gonna color pick and create some nice variations. I don't know how. I'm just gonna fuck around until something works, you know. I just finished 2 cigarettes and still stressed. Don't even care about the degree. It's just so I don't disappoint my parents. I see. Never mind. I don't want to bum you out. Nah. No, honestly. Nah, this. I totally get it though. I totally get that. Oof. Yeah. Oof. I hope they at least know how stressed out you are, because oh my god. Probably be stressed out too if I had to go to, you know, university, whatever the equivalent is over there. To be a night owl and never leave my room. Now I try to wake up like 6-ish, go for a walk, and sit down on this bench outside of my town to get a bunch of work done. That is the life right there. I won't lie. As maybe some of you may know, last month I've had to, you know, revert to normie hours, and I would wake up at like 6 to 7 a.m. Literally, I'm not even making a 6-7 joke. 6 to 7 a.m. Watch the sunrise, and honestly, I could see myself living that life. And honestly, if I wasn't streaming, right, I would probably go back to normie hours, because the days feel longer. I won't lie. The days definitely feel a lot longer. I have more time to... It feels like I have more time to do work. The time of day doesn't change, but it's a lot easier to keep track of things, right? But I need this... or rather, I'm just trying to not be like a burden, because I still live with my entire family. Like, I live with my parents and my brothers, right? So, you know, they wake up at normie hours, and I don't want them to have to walk on eggshells just because I'm live. So I chose to you know, be up at degenerate hours so that I can do these streams. Yeah, that H unk, I really am though. I feel like I'm starting at to get to an age where I start appreciating like old people stuff. They wouldn't be mad if I dropped out, but I got a scholarship and they were way too happy. Oh. I get 5 years of guaranteed employment, so there's that. Let's hope. I see. Oof. Yeah, I guess you're making the pragmatic decision. You're much better than I am. I would not care if I got a scholarship. Like, yeah, I mean, different living conditions, you know, different decisions to make. But you know, where I'm from, you know, if I were to go to college or university in my case, it wouldn't be very beneficial for me. But for your case, you know, I'm not sure what you're, you know, getting a degree in, but it might be one that is like extremely practical for you to get. Like, it would make no sense for you to not get it. I totally understand, but I hope you don't, like, you know, compromise too much of yourself, literally, you know, just to get a degree. Comp Science, it's dead. Really? Is it dead? Is comp science dead? That was like the degree to get. Even here. I just got here, yo, cause Marine. Dude, yes, especially walking around when noon comes up, and yeah, and then you go back and there's so much time to get stuff done. Exactly. I do miss the morning live, I won't lie. The only thing that I didn't miss, right, in being a morning person is the gym, like being more occupied. That I don't miss. At decent hours, the gym is pretty much to myself. Having a scholarship would have made it easier for me to quit, not gonna lie, really. Right. Fair? I think that's fair. It's like a free trial. If you think about it. I got it 3 years ago, and I'm contractually obligated to finish it. Ah, okay. Like, otherwise you would have to pay, is that what it is? But they're doing this Adobe style. They're going Adobe on you. Holy shit. And you wake up even earlier than the other gym people? Holy. Well, you're not wrong. But surprisingly though, like, you know how you could kind of get an idea of how active your gym is by going to the their Google page, right? It kind of shows you the active hours and like how packed the place is at certain timings. Surprisingly, there are a lot of morning people, and I'm talking like 5 a.m. kind of morning people. I'm like, wow. If I fail, they wouldn't have me pay anything, but I'm trying to succeed. Okay. They could have to pay back everything they gave me within a year or face a lawsuit. Holy Adobe. I guess that's how it works. Damn, that sucks. So, does that mean you're left with 2 years? I really don't see these chats or I'm fucked 10 ways south. Yes, 2 years, okay. Well, your email's not linked to the school, right? If it is, don't answer. If it's not, actually don't answer that at all. I don't want to put you on the spot. It is? Really? Is it actually? I'm gonna delete the chats. Time to abolish the bots. Delete it. Alright. Oops. What time is it? Oh, it's time for me to go. No. Okay, I'll try to hit at least 3 hours. And since I'm late today, I'll make up for it a little bit. Alright, it's time to add these fancy strokes. Let's do sphere, and then we'll do these big bold strokes, right? I'm gonna turn off the symmetry. I quit school long ago. Now I'm in animation. After I will get back to science. Ooh, interesting. I salute your patience with painting because I could never. Listen, says the one who wait, it was you, right? Who reverse engineered fucking Rigify. This you. Doesn't require any art direction. It's pure uncut art. That is false. All the technical shit is like an art form in itself. At the end of the playlist, I think it is. It is. Alright. I did all that just for a squash and stretch export well to Unreal. Still, I could never do that. And now I can easily export bendy bones to Unreal. Wait, that is pretty huge, no? I heard that getting bendy bones out of Blender to Unreal is quite a difficult task. I didn't know you could get it to work like that. I thought it was not supported, so pretty big. Got big-brained and rigging. Hell yeah. And I'm working on making this animation series. Just finished characters, ready to start animating in Blender. Let's go. I just hope things go well. Yeah, best of luck. Best of luck. How long have you been working on this project? Must be exciting to finally get to animate, right? I am envious. Oops. Out of meetings? Let's go, Kate. Let's fucking go. Congrats. So what are you gonna do now? You're gonna go live, right? That's what you're gonna do? Let's go. Working about 1 year took long because I was dealing with some things. I see. Congrats. That is a huge, very exciting advancement, I bet. I bet. No live, still got 2 hours of work. No. How dare you be a regular person, regular employed, healthy person. Oh, I like that little desaturation. Let me just see if I can achieve the same effect on the green guy. See. Alright, we've hit 3 hours and 7 minutes. I will end real soon. Fortunately, I gotta go. I will end at 3:10. What? Is it a color theory thing? Oh my god, it is. No way. That just broke my mind. So I color pick this dark value here. I kind of try to paint the seams in. I was like, why is it looking so light? Turns out it's fucking color theory. Look at this. That just blew my mind. Yeah, okay. I'm colorblind. What am I supposed to see? No, I was just trying to, like basically get these like dark seams here right in the middle. But as I was color picking, I was like, why does it appear lighter? Like why is it not darkening the middle part? Why is it lightening instead of darkening? It's just simple color theory. Like because of it's just color theory. Like I'm actually picking the right values. I'm gonna color pick this again. See how it's lighter compared to this. But I swear they look identical in value. If anything, this seam here, it looks darker. Peach. I do procedural. I never done texture painting in Blender, but I might try for a specific character. Ooh, yeah. Thanks for the hydrate blurb. Thank you. Right. Oh, it's already 3:10. 3 hours, 10 minutes. Adjust this little area here before I go. Looking forward to see the end of your animation project. Thank you, appreciate it. Likewise, I hope to someday be able to see what you produce at the end. Right. That would be nice. What happened here? Hey, ATDD on the Twitch this time. How are you doing today? I do have to end the stream soon though. But good to see you drop by. New account, I see. Well, welcome to the Twitch. Welcome, welcome. If your movie has 6 main characters, will it have side characters like small interactions, and will you make them individually or use a procedural way of some kind? No. So there are not going to be any other characters besides the 6. There won't be any kind of like... There won't be any crowd simulations or anything like that. I did think of like having a few kind of like quote-unquote NPCs in the background, right? To kind of like, I guess like elevate some scenes, but I don't want to sculpt the creep too much, and I guess I'm choosing to focus on just the 6. How do you blur without Blender lagging? Ooh, by making the brush really small and then just going in circles like this. It definitely lags when I increase the brush size. Look. Oh, there you go. That was a bad idea. Bad idea. There you go. You gotta make the brush real small. And then just circle it. Speed agreeing, Jim. When will you go live again after this? I'll be going live again tomorrow. So here is the current schedule, right? So this applies only until the end of this weekday, right? Because I don't stream on weekends. Schedule, here it is. But as you guys have voted, right? As you guys have voted, I will be from next week onwards. I'll be streaming only on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So yeah, there's that, right? So that I have more time for healthy lifestyle and my social media. I would love, trust me, if it was up to me, I would be streaming instead of like doing the other stuff. Out of everything that I've been doing, like so social media, like short form social media versus streaming, I very much prefer doing streams, but I unfortunately had to go on a little trip to find funds for this film, right? Until this film is like properly funded, I'm gonna have to lay back on the streams, because these streams, I'm really just doing them for fun. I barely make any money out of doing them, and it's also to document the process, right, for anyone to see, and it's also kind of like a nice little time capsule for me as well. So yeah, I'm unfortunately, for the time being, I'm gonna have to step back to bring the bread back home, right? When I come back, when the schedule is a little bit more regular, a little bit more active, that means that I've brought the people, I've brought the bread, and then we can stream again regularly. But for now, I'm gonna go venture a little bit in the unknown. Go find funds for the film. When you retopple another character, remember the Control Alt and middle mouse button. Okay. Try glitch. What is glitch? What's that? Oh, that is if you want someone else to animate all your ideas. Ah, okay. And I'm gonna try my best to find, maybe next week, right? I'm gonna try potentially try to stream on TikTok. Either that, or I'll just wait for the channel to do a little bit. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it off for a little bit. I'm gonna wait for the TikTok to kind of break free from the localization. I feel like I heard about this IP lock thing, right, where your post gets kind of like localized within your region, and I feel like I haven't looked too deep into that just yet, but I find it a lot easier to break through on Instagram than on TikTok. So until I figure that out, I'm gonna hold off the TikTok streams, but I'm definitely gonna try that. anything to fund this film. Anything. You're behind Murder Drones and TADC. Oh, is it the Amazing something something Circus? Is that what it is? The Amazing Digital Circus. Yes. Ah, okay. Oh, glitch. Okay. Yeah. Someone brought that up the other time on stream before. Totally forgot about that. We got to the big screen. Don't forget about us losers. Impossible. Big screen. I don't know about big screen. I don't have such ambitions. I've always been like an internet guy. But the dream is to definitely get in the big leagues. Not because I care to be in the big leagues, but I just wanna animate for a living. You know, that would be such a sick dream, as in, like, such a sick job. No, that'd be an amazing job to have. To do like content creation for a living. I'm gonna try. Just try, you know. Or I succumb to a healthy, stable monthly income. Let's hope that never happens. Find the JOB in the IRL. Love TADC brought me out of lurk. There you go, that's true. Kate Win, quite a TADC fan. Doing what you love as a job means you never work a day. Exactly. Alright. I don't hate these pans. They are a little too shiny. But maybe it'll look a little bit better once I plug them into the principal. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you know what? That's not so bad. The principal BSDF. Let me put this into principal BSDF, and then I'll switch this to. Let's try PBR neutral first. Yeah, that's a low. Oh, Blur, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, that's too bad. Now let's look at aces. Ooh, I don't hate this. I do not hate this. Final phrase, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah, exactly. It can be a double-edged sword too, though. Right? Like, the other end of the sword is that, you know, your passion becomes your work. That looks sick, dude. Thank you. Have you completed one or two characters? Am I right? Ready for animating? I have completed one, only just the one, just the protagonist, and then, yeah, she's the second character, right? That I'm working on. Yeah, it is not so bad. You know what? I don't hate this at all. Still needs a lot of cleaning up, right? Yeah, look at the little jaggedness in the back. I probably have to uprest this a little bit and then clean things up. But there's that. This is essentially how things are gonna go. I'm gonna have to add a little. There's supposed to be a seam here, which I wanted to convey through texture painting. It's supposed to kind of look like this. Let me just model it out for y'all to see. Sub div do 1. It's supposed to kind of look like like this, then cool. Let me save this real quick. Alright, then I'll bevel that. That out. It's supposed to look like this-ish, right? There's supposed to be a seam on the side. Actually, let me do one more thing. I will select this. Right, but this will be probably too difficult to skin, I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to just go with this, but look at that. There's supposed to be a seam on the side, which elevates the details, right? But I think I'm gonna just paint this in. This might be an unnecessary thing to model out. There's supposed to be another one in there as well. Actually, let me just take a screenshot of this. I like the way this looks. Yeah, well, let me undo that. There you go. The Kuwahara filter and a compositor with a small value and it should look cleanish. There. Focus on animating, art style, visuals, and story. Nice. Best of luck. I'm looking forward to see what you cook. Looking forward. I apologize to any lurkers who... I hope no lurkers have me on like a big screen, okay? But I'm gonna raid you guys. I'm gonna send you guys over to the land of the waifus. The land of waifus. So I'm gonna send you guys over to Den Ruby's. He's amazing sculptor, waifu creator. You guys like those? That is the place to go. Again, I appreciate you guys for watching the stream. I'll be live again tomorrow, and keep in mind that next week the streams are gonna... I'm gonna pull back on the streams a little bit, right? I'm just gonna go on a little trip to find ways to bring people to the film, right? I want to spread the word about Red Feathers, and then as soon as I have the means to, I'll try to be a little bit more active on Twitch. I got this on the family room TV. Well, GG's. G fucking G's. Yeah, I really appreciate y'all for watching. Think of a way to expand the cult. Exactly. I'm thinking of a way. As soon as I crack the code, that I'll be streaming again on regular hours. I might even have to cut back on cut it back to 2 days a week, depending on how heavy the workload gets. But yeah, cool 8. Oh my god, a GoFundMe or something. We'll see. All right, take care, y'all. Thanks for watching the streams. Go say hi to Ruby. Bye bye. Out consumer.